Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the bench. Just had a friend drop this off that needs it fixed, and I guess he said the only thing he said is it doesn't play. He thinks maybe it's the input jack or something, but we're going to check it all out and see what's going on with it. But what it is obviously a Marshall, and it is a Marshall G30R CD. It's a little 30 watt combo amp by Marshall, solid state. And we're just going to check it out and see what all's wrong. Well, we really didn't have to go very far on this one. I mean, this jack is just about gone here. So I guess the first thing we need to do is take this apart and see if it just came off the board or if the whole jack itself is broken. So I know the looks like the nut is missing, and I think we have some spares of those, but I don't have. These are special connectors, the way they attach to the board and everything, so I may have to order one, but let's get it apart and see. Okay, I've pulled the chassis out of the cabinet, and it's pretty obvious what the problem is. Should be a pretty simple fix, but yeah, this thing is just shot. So we're going to have to order one of these. This is not your basic, connector jack that you're going to order somewhere or that you're going to pick up locally. So I'm going to have to get one of these ordered. But one of the things that kind of surprised me, I've never taken one of these modern Marshall combo amps apart before, but I was kind of surprised to see this has reverb, but it actually has a spring reverb unit in it. It's a short module, and it's not in its own case. It's just a little mount, but it's got two little transducers, and it's got the actual spring units in it, and that kind of surprises me. I thought this would have been like a digital reverb, just one of those chip on board kind of things, but I was surprised to see the actual springs in there. The amplifier, it's a 30 watt amp, and it's using, let's see if we can get some light on the subject here. It's actually using, I don't know if you can read it or not, but it's a TDA 2050. So that's a very common integrated circuit chip amplifier. And if it's an actual TDA 2050 and it has the the correct circuitry, it's capable of 30 watts. It should be able to get that. We'll test it just for something to do, because this is going to be a pretty simple fix. And we'll go through while we're in here and kind of check all the solder joints and everything. Since we'll have the board out, we obviously just want to go ahead and do that. So let's do that. I'll get the part ordered and get it in, and we'll go from there, and then we'll give it a test. All right, let's do our next one. So we got our first one started. Go ahead and do the next. Yep, go ahead.
Where? Which one?
Do that one.
Oh. Here?
Yep.
It's gonna be bad.
All right. Okay, let go. Perfect. What do you guys think? This is my daughter. It's her first soldering job. All right,
Okay.
let's do the last one.
Okay, where's that? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, I got this.
You got this.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Okay. Now I got a little bit of bubble gum there. Heat it up. I got enough on there. Okay.
Yeah. Is that
There
good?
you go. Nice. Okay, let's turn it over here. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. So we're ready to put it back together. Let's back out. Okay, very good. All right, we're going to get this thing put back together now. All right. Let's get all the washers and nuts on there. Then you have to learn how to play the guitar, like Chris.
Mm-hmm.
No? Can't put a reed in a guitar though, huh?
No. Can't.
Yeah, we'll stick with the saxophone and the flute and the trombone. That's enough instruments, huh?
I can barely play the trombone.
I know. I hear it.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
That's wrong.
I can't find anything.
If this doesn't work, it's your fault. I'm
Okay.
blaming you.
That works.
Excellent.
At least something works.
Yep, there goes the phone. All right, we have the amplifier all put back together, and Susie has all the knobs put on and has all the connectors tightened on there, and we have a jack connected, and we're just going to test it right now to see if the jack works. So go ahead and turn on the power. All right, let's touch the end. All right, we got sound. Okay, so let's get a guitar and see if we can at least make some sound come out of it. We have just this little speaker connected. That's not the one that comes with it, but we'll just make sure that everything works. So let's turn it off and let's get a guitar and try it out.
Yeah, my bass.
All right, so my daughter just reminded me of something. I forgot. I thought this was a maple neck. This is my homemade, one of my homemade ones I built, and actually, it's got the skunk stripe for the truss rod in the back, and the fretboard is made of Padauk. It's a wood called Padauk. I think that's what I made out of this. It's either Padauk or Purple Heart. I can't remember. But she just reminded me this neck is actually made of butternut, not of maple, believe it or not, which is a semi-hardwood. It's not as hard as maple, but it's a pretty hardwood, and it carves really nicely. I hand carved this. I did this a long time ago. This is only like the second guitar I ever made, but it plays. It's not bad. The body's made of ash, and it's pretty simple. Simple design. I didn't get too crazy over it, but it works, and I play it once in a while. Well, I don't play it. I play at it. I'm not a guitar player. I'm just a person that likes to try to play the guitar. Anyways, we're going to hook this up and see how it sounds, and make sure all the controls work. All right. Here we go. Let's turn this on and see how it plays. Go ahead. All right, Susie. Is it playing? Go ahead. Okay. All right, let's try the other channel here and see what we get on there. We really need to get some lessons, don't we? Okay, so, oh, listen to that. That one's no good. So that pot's either bad or needs cleaned. Let's turn the gain up. Let's get these turned up a little bit. Let's see here. Go ahead. Here, let's try it. Let's see what we can do here. That pot's bad on that. We need to fix that volume pot.
Yeah, I'm not good at guitar.
Yeah. All right, so that part works. course, we can't go up too loud with that little speaker. How about the reverb? Let's turn the gain down. Let's listen to the reverb and see if it works. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that pot's bad, so let's clean that. But it all works. Everything else works. So all we got to do is clean that pot and see if that's all it is. If not, we'll have to replace it. And the amp is fixed. Good job, Susie. Okay, we stuck a little bit of deoxit down there and cleaned it really good. Turn it on. And if I turn the right pot, that'd be good. Oh, still got a wee little bit there. That might be a bad solder joint by the looks of it. That might need reflowed. Definitely, yep, bad solder joint. So might have to pull that out and reflow that. So let's check that out now. Our work is not done, Suzanne.
Yay.
Where'd you find that strap? Was
That's
it up
on the
there?
butt guitar.
Oh,
The-
perfect.
For the butt.
Okay. Great.
I'm just warning you.
Okay. Well, we don't like what we're seeing here. Here's the one that's causing the problem. And when we... Let's zoom in here as best we can. And if we move it, we can see it doesn't look like there's any crack on there or anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to desolder this and take it out. Actually, I'm not. Susie's going to. Don't look at me like that. Come on, you want to do this and you know it.
Oh, I get to shoot it.
Well, kind of. Go ahead.
So okay. What do I do? Which one?
Okay, now this is the opposite of a gun. Instead of the handgun, instead of things coming out of that nozzle, solder goes in the nozzle. So what you're going to do is this is very hot, just like the soldering iron. We're going to put it on there.
This one?
Yep.
Just kind of.
No, not yet. You got to heat it up first. It has to
What?
melt. So what you're going to do,
Oh.
I'll do one for you.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to put it on there and kind of move it around and see how it's melted.
Yeah.
See what happened?
Shook.
And if you look, it's hollow on the end. See that? Hollow. And the solder goes up and it goes into this little tube here. You do.
Like a vacuum cleaner.
It's a vacuum cleaner. It is a hot vacuum cleaner. Wait till it turns to liquid. There you go.
No.
All right. Excellent. Nah, you didn't get it all. Put it
Okay,
up
yeah.
over the wire.
Like that?
Like,
Or
no,
like where?
kind of like get it over top of the wire.
Oh. Okay, yeah. No.
I think you got it.
Oh.
Here, let me wiggle. Donald.
Okay.
Yep, that one's loose. Do the last one.
Yeah.
All right, Troy Landry. Shoot him! Shoot!
Okay.
Wrong show, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it?
I'm waiting. Oh, now it's on. Okay.
Go ahead. Beautiful.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful? Put it back in the little caddy.
Okay.
You have now desoldered.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? All right. And this is, what did we call this again? What's this thing called?
Starts with a P.
Starts with a P.
Yeah, I got it then.
Potentiometer. Right? So we're going to measure this potentiometer, right? How do we do that? Let's get our meter. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our meter and we're going to connect it to the potentiometer. We're going to start on one end. Now, if we look at both ends of the potentiometer, it should read about 1 mega ohm, or 1 million ohms of resistance. And you can see what it says, 1.180 M for meg. And if we look on the back, it says 1 mega ohm. See how it's real hard to see, but see how it says 1 M
Yeah.
and then the omega sign? So it is measuring, and if we move this around, it shouldn't jump around. It should stay where it is. Okay, no matter what we do here. Now we'll go to the wiper, and as we turn this knob, we should see the ohms change. So like when it's turned all the way down, we should see no ohms, or minimum ohms. And as we rotate this up, it should very smoothly, and you can see what it's doing here, very smoothly increase all the way up to 1 million, or 1 M. And you can see it's working pretty good. Okay, and if I move this, it shouldn't cut out on us at all. And it's not. I mean, it's good. What do you think? I mean, it seems to be okay. So let's go from the center to the other side. Shouldn't make any difference, but we're going to try just in case. And we're going to go up here. And now it's going to work backwards. So now it's rotated all the way clockwise, it's going to be minimum. And we're going to turn it the other way. And again, the ohms should go up nice and smoothly as we turn it. And there we are. So this potentiometer seems to be good. So the only other problem that we could have then was either there was a little microscopic crack in that solder joint, or somewhere down here, which we can look, somewhere in here there's a little crack in the little track, in the little trace there. It doesn't look to be, but we're gonna, this little skinny one here on the right, we're gonna clean that off, and we're gonna add some solder to it to strengthen it. So we'll take this and we'll try to look around the camera as we're doing it. So you like doing this so far, Suze?
Yeah, it's okay.
Not bad?
No.
Somebody's got to learn how to do this. I can't do it forever. I have a condition. You know what my condition's called? The doctor said. He says it's called OLD. As it worsens, eventually you die from it. But, you know, OLD sometimes can last a really long time.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put this back in here. And we'll bend these back over. Like that. And then you have to solder them back up. Because, you know, I'm not capable. I don't know how to do this stuff. You got to do it. So get your iron back out. And go ahead.
Here.
Go ahead. You can do it.
So do I do all three?
Uh-huh. This one, we want to get kind of spread it down into that part that I
Right.
cleaned off, just to get it all tinned. Okay, now kind of run the iron down. There you go. Put a little more solder up there on the top. There you go. Let go. Okay, that should work. Good enough. Let's do our middle one. Uh-oh, you're...
Now I'm going to the other one.
Yeah, you got to kind of go around at it. Here, let me scooch you over. Please don't burn my finger.
I will try.
To burn it?
No,
I hope not. Okay.
I did not word that correctly.
No, you got bubble gum. Too much. You don't need that much solder. All right, so go ahead and do this one.
Well, let's go.
Just touch it on there. Now, are you doing the way I taught you? Let's take that back off. Get the desoldering. Let's do it over again.
Okay.
Our customer will not be happy if we don't do a good job.
I'm not known for doing a good job.
All right. Well, you're going to be known. Do that one.
Mm-hmm. This one? Like this
The
one,
one
right?
you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And not my finger.
I shall try.
Nope. Okay. Slurp. Okay. Next. Do all three.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the other one. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you one more time. Go put that back in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. You get some solder. And what you want to do is you want to put the iron on the joint and touch the wire and the pad, and then bring the solder to it and get it to flow in like that. See how we do it? Just like that. And see how it's like not a big ball? You kind of want it to be kind of not flat, but you follow me?
Yeah, like slightly round.
Clean the tip a little bit here will help us too. Okay, so you do the next two.
Oh, so wait, it's not like the...
So you're
gun.
going to put the iron on the wire and on the pad.
Okay, so it's not like the
Bef-
other one where you
don't-
put the thing
No,
on
you don't
first.
touch the
Okay.
solder on there until you heat the joint. So heat the joint. Okay, bring the solder to it. There you go, that's enough. Just a little touch. No, don't take it away.
Oh.
Just heat it up. There you go. Let go. Okay, now hold away. Touch it on there. Get it warmed up. And then bring the solder to it just a little bit. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
How's that?
Better.
Better. And if we move this, it feels really tight now. There's no wiggle to it at all. All the other ones were good. So I think before we put the controls back on, we're just going to put this board in without putting all the nuts back on and everything, and we're going to try it again. What do you think? You know the worst part of this?
What?
The more we have to do this, the more you have to listen to my bad guitar playing. How do you like that? Huh? Yeah, I know you like that. Okay. Good grief. You can't get this one on there. Huh. Let's look at this here. There it is. Okay. Let's get it hooked back up to the speakers and let's try it once again. Alright, I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. Let's turn it on. Everything's down. Turn those ones up. Power on. Nothing. Quiet. Now let's plug this in. Oh, it would help if we chose the correct input, huh? Still doing it. You see that? That's just me touching it. That might be that it's not grounded. I think that pot's bad. Either that, yeah, that pot's bad. We're going to have to replace the pot. Yep, we have to replace the pot. Boy, I don't know if I have one of those. We'll have to see. It's a 1 meg. It's a small one. We'll have to take a look. All right, we got it swapped out. Let's see if that fixed it. Oh, switch channels. Good enough. Very good. That's me, again, touching the ground. Got to tighten those nuts on there, but it's fixed. All right. No problem. All right, let's get it put together finally. All right, let's see if we can stand around the camera and not hit anything.
Yay.
Does it work? It works, but I don't. I really need to get this thing set up and tuned and all that. See the other channel. That works. It works. And it buzzes because the ground on this guitar has come loose.
Yay.
So I need to fix that. Put that on the list, Susie.
Okay.
All right. I think we have success. It works. So, all right. Send it back to its owner. What do you think?
I wouldn't know.
Well, you know. So what did we do? We replaced a cracked connector, and we replaced a pot. Don't look at me that way. You say look like I'm saying bad words or something. What?
What?
It's cracked. See? Cracked connector. There you have it. All right. It is all fixed. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for letting us waste your time. As always, peace, joy, happiness, and good health in your lives. And until next time, what do you say, Susie?
Well, I don't know.
I don't either. I guess we'll just say see you next time. All right. Bye.